CSS, cascading style sheets. Syntax is used to define the styles and visual appearance of HTML elements on a web page. The CSS syntax consists of selectors, properties, and values. Here's an overview of the basic CSS syntax. Selectors. Selectors are used to target specific HTML elements to apply styles to. There are various types of selectors. 1. Element selector selects HTML elements based on their tag name. For example, P selects all elements. 2. Class selector selects HTML elements based on their class attribute. It is denoted by a dot, followed by the class name. For example, my class selects all elements with class equals my class. 3. ID selector selects a unique HTML element based on its ID attribute. It is denoted by a hash, followed by the ID name. For example, hash my-id selects the element with id equals my id. 4. Attribute selector selects HTML elements based on their attribute values. It is denoted by square brackets. For example, type equals text selects all elements with type equals text. Properties and values. CSS properties define the visual attributes of selected HTML elements, and the values specify how those properties should be applied. Here's an example of the syntax. CSS. Selector. Property. Value. Property. Value. Asterisk more properties and values asterisk. For instance, to set the color and font size of all elements, the CSS syntax would be CSS. H1. Color. Blue. Font size, 24px. Multiple properties and values can be applied within the same selector block, each separated by a semicolon, winking face. Comments. CSS allows you to add comments within your code for documentation or explanation purposes. Comments are ignored by the browser and are denoted by asterisk at the beginning and asterisk at the end. For example, CSS. Asterisk this is a CSS comment asterisk. In addition to the basic syntax, CSS offers more advanced features such as pseudo-classes, example, hover, pseudo-elements, example, before, media queries, example, at media, and more. By understanding and mastering CSS syntax, you'll be able to create and manipulate styles for HTML elements effectively, allowing you to customize the appearance and layout of your web pages.